Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So today we are back with another video on this channel. Like you all know that previously on we have covered up many of the things using C++ because we have started a new C++ series, and I hope you understand all the videos which we have covered up yet in that series here. So remember, we have learned about pointers in C++ and I hope you enjoyed that. What are pointers? So today in this video I will be telling you a tutorial, means we will be learning about a tutorial of pointers, but it will be a different tutorial because in this video I will be telling you that how to use pointers with arrays. Like we will be learning about pointers array in this video. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video in which we will be learning about pointers array. And if you understand this video and if you enjoy this video here from start, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell as well, so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. Remember to share this video as well so more people can learn about these amazing things here which we are covering up through C++ and which we have already covered up with different languages. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today we are just working on modify operators, but in the start I have told you that today we'll be working on pointers array. Why I have told you that we will be working on pointer array? Because thing is that if we talk about modify pointers, so this is the thing which is really similar to pointers array. So that's why I was just saying you that today we'll be learning about pointers array. You can say it as pointers array, you can also say it as modify pointers, but the main purpose of this pointers is to learn that how you can modify pointers. So that's why we will be saying this thing as modify pointers here. So today we'll be learning about modify pointers. Obviously we have learned about pointers in previous video and I hope you understand what are pointers. So if you are using modify pointers, so what is the thing which you need to learn, we will be understanding in this video. So modify the pointer value. You can also change the pointer's value, but note that this will also change the value of the original variable. Means it is just saying me that if you want to change a pointer value, you can do that, but note that when you are changing a value of our original variable, so it will be changing the pointer's value as well. So this is the pointer value which we have written, which is a string, a declaration, or a dereference variable with ptr. So this ptr is pointer, because in previous video when we were learning about dereference, so I have told you that this is a dereference operator, and when you're using it with pointer, so that will be a pointer declaration. So it means that we are using a normal variable which is called as variable declaration, and the other thing which we are using again is pointer declaration, which we have used in previous video as well. Now the output which we will be getting when you are printing the value food is pizza, and then when you are getting the output from the memory address of food, so you will be getting this output like we were getting in the previous video, because that output which we were getting in first, which we have written in food with the string, it was a memory address output. And now if you want to access the memory address of the food, and you should be changing the output, like if you want to change the output of the memory address, you should be not getting this output, or if you want that this output should be not be printed on your console. So for doing that, obviously you need to access memory address, and when you have accessed the memory address, you need to change the food and its output value to pizza. So that's why when you will be adding this thing here, so the output you will be getting is pizza. And now if you want to change the value of a pointer, so for doing that you need to use this declaration or dereference operator with this pointer, which means that you're using a pointer declaration, and then equal to hamburger, which means the value which we have written pizza will be changed to hamburger, because we have changed the value of the pointer. Output the new value of the pointer hamburger. So for doing that you need to use same thing like we are using at the top when we have to get the output of this pointer declaration. So again, when we are changing the value of a pointer, we will be using same thing here as well. Now the output, the new value of the food variable will be changed, and when the value will be changed, so you can use same thing again, and you will be getting again the same output as hamburger printed. Now we have to use all these values or all these things which is written, so that we can see what the output we are getting when we are using all these different things here. So I'll be just copying this thing here, and I'll be just moving here on my file, and then I will be just changing the name of my topic here, because previously we were working on dereference here. In that we have learned about that what is memory address or value. So now in this video, like I'm telling you about modify pointers, so that's why I'll be just writing here modify pointers in C++ like this, and I'll be pressing enter. So you can just see when we have done that, so our file has been saved and we are getting all the things like we want. So we have to just do that, and our REPL is just booting, so we have to wait a while for that. or you can press this main like this. Now you can just add all the new things here. So I'll be adding include IOStream first of all, which is the main thing when we are starting with C++ here. And then after doing that, I'll be just moving down and then I'll be writing using namespace std init main thing we will be adding here. And then I'll be pasting that things which we have copied, which is normally string in which we have written the value as pizza, the other pointer variable or pointer declaration which we have declared as end food, which is a memory address output here. So I will be now printing all these things or these two things. So now we have to check what output we are getting when we are printing these things. So now first of all, I'll be printing all these things at once so that we can see different outputs we are getting or not. I'll be just running, oh sorry, I'll be pasting all that things and you can just see. Now if we see what the output of the value is, so the output of the value of food which we will be getting will be pizza, because obviously in the food value we have written the value as pizza, which is a string. So that's why when we are printing this thing we will be getting output as pizza. Then in the memory address we will be getting the output this, because we are printing this and food with the memory address thing. So now we have to do that. For doing that, I'll be just commenting out these things first here, because right now we have to just understand when we are printing these two things, so what output we are getting here. So I'll be running it. After running, if we see the output, so you can just see the first output which we are getting is from memory address, which is the number value output. The second output which we are getting is pizza, because obviously in food we have written pizza, so that's why the output we are getting is pizza. Now this output is coming first, this output is coming second. Why is that? Because this is written after that, so this should be coming like this should be coming second and this should be coming first. Why is that? Like this is coming second and this is coming first. Thing is that when you are getting the output from memory address, so it is the main output here for C++, you can say. So that's why the memory address output will be coming first, and after that you will be getting the normal string output like pizza we are getting second. Now what I'm going to do is I'll be just pressing Ctrl Z so that I can uncomment these things. Now after uncommenting out these things, we are getting the memory address of food and output, and then its value will be pizza. Then we have changed the value of this pointer variable to hamburger. So now the new output which we will be getting will be as this, and then the new output which we will be getting, the new value of the food variable will be hamburger. Now we have to run all these things at once. If I run all these things at once, you can just see it is not running, because obviously we have these two things, so we have to remove that first and then we have to print these things again. Run it. After running, you can just see the thing we are getting is same, so that's why the output we are getting is also same. So what I'm going to do is I'll be just removing this thing. It is not loading the shell because we have some, like we have to remove some space here, that's why I think. Yeah, like we are getting some of the things here which we have to remove. So now for doing that, I will be moving on to usage. After moving on to usage, I'll be just moving on to storage, and then we have to remove some files here. So that's why it's not running, like our code is not running because the storage has been accessed, that's why. So now for removing the storage, you can move here and then you can just delete the files here. Normally if you are getting the same like error here, so you can just normally do one thing, you can delete the file so that this can be empty. Normally you can just delete it one by one, like if you are having some important file, so you can just do it one by one, that's why I'm saying, or you can do it at once as well. But now all the things has been, I think, cleared. It will be good now. So I'll be just moving on to this file here, and I'll be just moving on to my file here, home. Then I'll be moving on to REPLs. So this is the REPL which we have created. So for doing that, now I'll be moving on to create REPL, and we'll be now creating a new REPL, or don't worry about that, like we can use the old REPL as well. So I can just open the REPL of C++ here, or C. So you can just move on to the file here now, home, and then after moving on to the file, you can just create a new REPL, and then after creating a REPL, you can just give the name to your REPL as well if you want to give, so that your REPLs will be creating. Free REPL we have to add. We have to go to home now. Then I'll be just moving on to this file, which is the C one. And now you can just see this is the file which we have created, and we'll be running it with the C command here. So now I'll be just pasting all the things which we have copied here, and you can just see when you will be running this command, you will be getting an error and your file will be not running. Why we are getting an error? Because we are using these end things and we have not printed the start things. So we have to do that as well. So I'll be writing include IOStream like this, and you have to write hashtag as well in start, which we have not done yet, and then do like this. After doing that, we have to write using namespace std here like this, and then right here init main, and now you have to do like this. After doing that, I'll be just copying these things here, remove from here, and then paste these things inside this tag. And now the things you will be getting will be different. So now the output which you will be getting will be a different output in the terminal or in your console, which means that now you're running the file is completely fine. So that's the thing, like how you can use this. So I hope you understand that if you're using this memory address with a different value, so how you're getting the output of the food variable, how you're getting the output of a memory address, and how you're getting output of a normal value which you are running. Like I'm running this string as food, so the normally output which I should be getting will be pizza, and that's the output which we were getting when we were running in a start. So I hope you understand. You have understand in this video that what are modify pointers in C++, how to use modify pointers, how we can work with that. So if you have understand this video and if you enjoy that, how to use modify operators or modify pointers in C++, remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell as well so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, I'll be meeting you next project or in next tutorial using these all amazing things in C++. So for today, goodbye.